This is the topic which many learners are getting confused in. They gel well in our culture. So you can use something like such. Moreover, you can incorporate two idioms as well. This answer will help you in preparing a proper sketch for the other answers as well. Suppose you do not know a foreigner who speaks Hindi perfectly. Okay, so what can be done? Hello everyone, I am Sonam Sandhu from IELTS Made Easy, and in this lecture we are going to focus on one of the most important topic from the September to December 23 cue card list. I have already shared the first version of the September to December cue card list with each one of you, and if you have not received the same, you can simply WhatsApp us on the number given below. Now you'll get to know that only 20 new cue card topics are there in the first version, but in the final version, which I'm going to provide you in a day or two, in that version you will come across 65 topics in total. Now these 20 cue card topics, if you simply notice, out of these 20 cue card topics, 6 topics are related to persons only, 3 are related to places only. In this lecture, we are going to focus on one of the questions related to person topic, and there are 5 more. If you are unable to prepare any other answer related to person, you can simply ask me. Otherwise, this answer will help you in preparing a proper sketch for the other answers as well, as we are going to focus on a topic, not a question today. Now, there are total 6 questions related to persons in the first version of the cue card list. And the first question is an interesting person you would like to meet. Second is successful business person you know. Third is a person who always has interesting ideas. Fourth, a person who likes cooking for others. And which we are going to focus on today is a foreigner who speaks your native language. Now, I have received several comments on my Instagram channel. If you do not follow the same, kindly follow us on Instagram as well, and you will find a lot of reels and videos related to IELTS preparation there too. Now, a foreigner who speaks your native language. This is the topic which many learners are getting confused in. They do not know how to answer a particular question because many of them are just saying that they have not met a foreigner who speaks their native language. Now what can be done? Now suppose you do not know a foreigner who speaks Hindi perfectly. Okay, so what can be done? You can simply think of a serial in which there was a foreigner and that foreigner spoke Hindi fluently. So the same happened with me. I was unable to recall a foreigner who could speak in Hindi properly. Okay, so what did I do? You'll get to know now. There is a template we can easily use for any cue card answer. First of all, introduce, then elaborate the story, and at the end conclude. So introduction and concluding part can be same for any topic out there, or similar I can say, because we have to change the content words or the topic. Okay. Now, when we are preparing, we get only 1 minute to prepare the cue card answer of the same. And how can we prepare? Think of the person. I'll think of the person or the character named Carrie from Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. Okay, so what will I write? Carrie, Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, 4 to 5 episodes, very kind-hearted, okay, knowledgeable. She was interacting in Hindi with others, so interacted in Hindi with all the society members, participated in every function, and she even learned how to perform Garba. So the point is, you can talk about her, you can talk about how she spoke in Hindi, you can talk about 1 or 2 instances wherein she was trying to speak in Hindi or she was unable to understand 1 or 2 words, but she was trying really hard to gel well in our culture. So you can use something like such. Moreover, you can incorporate 2 idioms as well. I believe she made up her mind to speak in Hindi, or perfectly we can say, fluently we can say. That's what can be done. Okay, so let's get started with the answer. Well, I have met a lot of foreigners in my life during my trip to Singapore, Malaysia and Dubai. But I do not remember a foreigner who was able to speak in Hindi language perfectly or in my native language perfectly. Okay, this is the introduction template. Well, I have met a lot of foreigners in my life during my trip to Dubai and Singapore, Malaysia. But I do not remember any such person who was able to speak in Hindi perfectly. So here I am going to talk about one such person who was a foreigner as well and was able to speak in Hindi fluently. This particular character is not a real person I met, but a character from one of the famous sitcom series Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. I am not a person who was watching this particular serial on a regular basis, but I have watched a few episodes of Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. So in 4 to 5 episodes, there was a character named Kerry. So basically Kerry is a person who is a foreigner, and this particular person met Jethalal in the USA. They got acquainted quite well and she visited India. When she visited India, everybody was expecting her to speak in English language. Rather than speaking English language, she spoke in Hindi fluently. I believe she made up her mind to speak in this language perfectly. She was not only interacting with all the society members in English, but also with every other stranger or vendor in Hindi only. So this is what happened. You can explain a story like such. Now, I have already explained it. I can quote 1 or 2 instances. I vividly remember one of the instances wherein she was unable to understand a particular word because that word was quite difficult even for the Hindi users. So she was not able to understand that word, but there the society members were there to help her. So they assisted her in understanding the word. She is not only kind-hearted, but she is also quite helpful to all the other members. Okay, so we can either use was or is. That is your preference because it is from a serial. At last, when I am recalling this character, Kerry from Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, I feel like watching the same serial again. And I have watched only a few episodes, but whenever I watch this, I feel jovial. So I would like to watch it again. Most probably today only I am going to watch this with my family members. That's all. So you can easily speak up for 2 minutes. I believe I must have spoken for more than 2 minutes. You can easily prepare an answer like such. The introductory template, well, I have met a lot of persons, then the story, then 1 or 2 instances, incorporate the idiom in between or vocabulary word as well, and at the end conclude the same. That's it. This is what you have to do. And this is one of the cue card answers which I have shared with you in this particular video. But if you want any other answer, if you want me to explain any other cue card topic perfectly like such or maybe elaborately like such, you can easily ask me in the comment section and I'll definitely prepare a video on the same. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, Sat Sri Akal and Kem Cho.